Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be about the time that I broke my back. So let's get into it. So it all took place summer of 2015. I was 14 years old. Me and my friends were hanging out, and one of my friends was telling us about this old quarry that I guess years ago they were digging it up and they hit a spring and it filled up with water. So it's like a popular cliff jumping spot. And so we thought it was a cool idea to go down there and see what it was all about. And I was like, depending on what it looks like, I might jump. So we walk all the way across town over to the quarry, and they take me down this dead-end road, down these long railroad tracks to this hole in the fence that we had to go through to get to the quarry because you weren't supposed to be down there. We get down there and there are these three, like, probably early 20-year-olds down there shooting off fireworks. And we told them that, I might jump off the cliff. And so they were like, that's crazy, you should do it. So, I was feeling a little like, maybe I should do it. And so I look over the cliff to the water, and it's literally so high. It actually ended up being 50 feet. And so I'm like, I've never jumped off a cliff or anything like that before. So I was like, the fuck? But 14 years old, I thought I was invincible. So I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. You only live once. So might as well just jump off the cliff. What's the worst that could happen? And like, I've seen other videos, like my friend's boyfriend had jumped off of there before, so she showed me a video of him jumping off, and like, it looked easy peasy, just jump off, you're fine. And they start recording, and we count down from 3, we count down from 5, we count down from 10. I literally just kept chickening out. I'd get all the way to the edge, and then I'd be like, I can't do it. So finally I got the courage to jump off, and it was a way further jump than I thought it was going to be. Like, it looks high from up top, but like the actual fall down, it's like slow motion, so it like lasted way longer than it really looked on camera. And I didn't know that you had to jump straight, so I just jumped, and I landed sitting on my butt, legs basically out in front of me, so basically landing in a seated position on the water. As soon as I hit the water, I had a sharp pain going up my spine, and I couldn't move my legs. I had to call my friend's little sister into the water to help me get out because I couldn't move my legs. And if I had the video, I'd attach it so you guys could see, but I don't have the video. It's been so long. So her little sister helped me over to the edge of the water, but she was like 10, so she really couldn't help much. So one of the older guys came down, and he helped me get out of the water because I couldn't move. And he just like set me down on the side there on the pebbles, and then him and his friends took off. They didn't want to get in trouble for being down there, so my friend called an ambulance, and I called my mom and told her that I jumped off a cliff and I wouldn't be able to give her directions to get down there because there's no way. Like, I'd only been down there once and it was difficult to find the way, so I knew there was no way she was going to be able to find it. So I basically told her to be on standby because we were calling the ambulance and stuff. So once they got there, they decided that the hill to get down there was too steep because it was horrible. Like, you could barely even walk down it, let alone carry up somebody on a backboard. So they strapped me to the backboard, and they had to get a boat across the quarry, put me in the boat, get me across, put me in an ambulance, and then they decided to airlift me to Syracuse. Shout out to the paramedics, the firefighters, and the policemen and women that helped me during that situation, because they really did their best job and they really took good care of me, and they even made it so that my mom could be in the helicopter and ride up to the hospital with me. So that was like amazing. So shout out to them. So they brought me up there and brought me in a trauma room where like 20, 30 doctors and nurses were all checking something on me at the same time. And then once all the scans and everything were done and x-rays, they told me that I had a concussion, a fractured pelvis, fractured tailbone, and I had 4 compression fractures in my back. So basically, like the vertebrae in my back, when I hit the water, they crunched together and then fractured down them in my lower back. So they had to make me a special back brace so that I could wear that for 2 months. And I took physical therapy a couple of years after that because I was having lower back pain, but since then I really haven't had any issues, besides like when I lift stuff that's like too heavy or lift the wrong way or, you know, stuff like that, which, I mean, it's pretty normal. So yeah, that's the time that I broke my back. I have tons more crazy stories that I want to tell you guys, so stay tuned, like, subscribe, and share, and I'll be back.